Today in 3-minute Q&As, I'm answering the question, why did I get into trail running in the first place? Okay, welcome to 3-minute Q&As where I answer questions in approximately 3 minutes that you've asked me. I'm slightly lost, by the way. I'm doing a bit of a recce and I'm slightly lost. But yeah, these are questions that you've sent in to me. One answered, they cover tech, they cover running, they cover whatever you want to ask me that's related to the content I make on my channel, which is mostly outdoors and technology. And today's question was, as I said, why did I get into trail running? Let's try and answer this in 3 minutes. I did the first take of this, it was 7 minutes long and I said it. Let's actually try and do it in 3 minutes. So, right, I got into running probably about 10 years ago, and at the time I got into running because I went to university, discovered Indian food, got kind of fat. Well, I was heading towards getting fat, decided I did not want to die of a heart attack when I was 45, so I should probably do something about it, especially as I was getting into a career which was going to involve me sitting on my backside for 6 to 12 hours a day. So yeah, some kind of exercise required. So I started running. It took me 6 months to get up to 1 mile. So there are some of you who think you're rubbish at running and you've got started and you're probably going further than I am in less time. I'm not kidding, 6 months before I could comfortably run 1 mile non-stop. I then wound up doing long distance running, marathon running. I was involved in a relay team for 2 years in a row. The second year, the person who was due to run the leg after me pulled out, so I ended up doing 12 miles. Just did my leg and his. And that always got me thinking, could I do 24 miles? Because before that, it'd been a complete impossibility. Could not do it. But I signed up for a training program, followed the training program, and lo and behold, I ran my first marathon. Horrible. Said I'd never do it again. Did it for the following 5 years, every time trying to chip off a personal best. I got my target, which was under 3.5 hours. So I beat that. And then I got 3:20 is my marathon PB. And then I kind of got fed up running roads just because of how much time it took. It sort of ended my life, other aspects of life, and interrupted with work. And I was getting busy at that point, set up my own business. So I kind of fell out of love with road running. And then I discovered trail running through, well, I always would have done a little bit around forests near me, but I'd never done anything really exciting, like gone up onto mountains or anything, like mountain running. And I probably discovered through Instagram a few accounts of people who were mountain runners. That you've got Aaron, Mr. I Run Over Mountains. And if I'm honest, and you might not believe this because of how much you think I'm probably up in the mountains, but I didn't know that mountain running was a thing. At least not a thing that sort of fairly normal people can do until about 5 years ago. Genuinely didn't. That's how niche a sport it is. People don't even know it exists. They can't. Why would you run in a mountain? What's wrong with you? Who's chasing you? So yeah, and I just saw their accounts and that kind of inspired me to go out and try running, because I always like exploring and I always like hiking, but I've always felt I struggle to find the time to do it. But running lets you cover twice the distance in half the time, with I will maintain sometimes the same effort. If you're out hiking and you're wearing all your hiking gear, you've got a heavy rucksack on, you're carrying a lot more than you would if you're just out for a run. So all that extra weight, I think you're probably actually putting the same effort in half the time. There's just something really, really nice about going out and exploring somewhere quickly. You know, you just got your light trail bag, and even just that sense of vulnerability when you're up on a mountain and you don't have a thick, heavy coat with you. You've got these light layers. You're maybe in shorts on the top of a mountain, 800 meters up, it's snowing. You're there running past people who look like they're heading up Everest. That vulnerability as well is just something slightly, it's like dangerous about it that I enjoy. But also I just love the fact that it gives you an excuse to go out and explore, get into nature, see new places, discover new things. Plus, it's really, really good for your health, both your physical health and your mental health. You know, I do think we probably have a bit of a responsibility to keep ourselves as healthy as possible, not be a terrible burden if on the health service, if at all possible, and just in general, you'll enjoy life more if you have a reasonable level of fitness. But mostly, if I'm honest, it's just so I get an excuse to go out and see places like this. And also, it gives me an excuse to buy drones, gadgets and cameras to go out and film said places. But one of the big things that keeps me really motivated, this is way over already, really motivated to keep making those videos now and keep going and exploring new places, is I just really love when I open something up to people who haven't done it before. When people tell me they've gone trail running for the first time because it's one of my videos, or they've gone and visited somewhere that I've made a video around, that's just, I don't know, that gives me a satisfaction that's just off sort of any of my other kind of client work. Don't tell my clients that. But honestly, I there's a lot more satisfaction from knowing you've maybe like improved someone's quality of life or just given them a better day than there is in knowing that you've helped somebody market some kind of, I don't know, some kind of product. Yeah. So that's how I got into trail running, and the question is, how are you going to get into trail running? And that's what I want to know. Let me know how you get into trail running, and also, if you want me to cover other topics in this series, ask the questions below, and I'll try and cover them. This has been 3-minute-ish Q&A this week. Thanks for watching, and maybe I'll see you on the trails. Bye-bye.